Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to go over the top things you should be doing after you hit level 260. Now whether you got to 260 just from doing your dailies and doing Monster Park every day, or if you reached it after finishing a Hyperburn, and you are curious what you should be doing after hitting level 260, I wanted to go over the most important things that you should be doing. First off, you should continue doing your dailies and your Monster Park every single day. Dailies and Monster Park is still great EXP after level 260, so you are going to want to keep doing them. Also, you're going to want to keep killing the daily bosses that are important, things like Arcarium and Golix. But yeah, all the content that gets unlocked after level 260 is additive, and you want to do that content next to the existing content that you are already doing. Now, after hitting level 260, there is a bunch of things that do get unlocked. Now, the first thing that gets unlocked is something called Monster Park Extreme. Now, if you've been doing Monster Park up until this point, it is very different from regular Monster Park. The way you normally access Monster Park, you can just go there through the dimensional mirror and then Monster Park. And then on the far right side, a new portal that will be able to be accessed, Monster Park Extreme here. Now you can clear Monster Park Extreme up to 2 times a week on 2 separate characters. And an easy way to see if you've cleared Monster Park Extreme for the week is in your Maple Planner on the book on the left hand side of your screen, under weekly content, click the gear tab and add Monster Park Extreme to your planner and click save, and it'll show up at the top. And this tells you if you've cleared Monster Park Extreme for the week, and it's also a good reminder that you still need to do it for the week if you haven't done it already. I recommend entering Monster Park Extreme with 4 people in your party. So yeah, an easy way to find a party for Monster Park Extreme is to go to channel 1 in Monster Park, and there should be people looking for a party in channel 1. If there's not, just wait a few minutes and you should be able to find a party. And after you find a party, the leader will enter Monster Park Extreme by going in that right portal. And then once you enter, you'll see 4 mobs at the top of your screen. You have to kill 50 of each type of mob. So usually what people do is, because there's 4 types of mobs and 4 party members, each person takes a single mob type and kills 50 of those specific mobs. So just search around the map for the type of mob that you need to kill that someone else isn't killing yet. And after all the mobs are dead on the top of the screen, and they all show 50 of 50, the altar gets unlocked in the middle of the map, which allows Bigfoot to be spawned in. And after he spawns in, he will spawn somewhere randomly in the map, so you have to go search for him. Now when you find him, if you find him first, make sure you type in party chat where you found him, whether it's top left, bottom left, etc. And then you're just going to want to burst him down when you find him and kill him, and that's it. Exit through the portal and you'll get a lot of EXP for doing this. The next thing I want to go over is the epic dungeon called High Mountain. The first epic dungeon does get unlocked at level 260, and it's very important to do it every week. And in your Maple Planner, you can also add epic dungeon to your weekly content section of it. So make sure you add it so you don't forget to do it, and it also tracks if you've done it or not. So to get to High Mountain, all you have to do is go to the main town of Cernium. And after you're in Cernium, you're going to want to go to the right side of the map, and you're going to talk to the NPC called Salazar. Now, if it's your first time doing High Mountain, you'll have to go through the tutorial first, but the tutorial is basically the same as the actual High Mountain itself. But yeah, after you enter, it's very similar to normal Monster Park. The main thing you do is just kill mobs and advance to the next stage, very similar to Monster Park. If you notice that you're too weak to be killing the mobs here, you can push tab to transform into Mitra, and after your Mitra, you can use the skills on the bottom of your screen to kill the mobs that way. So you don't really have to be that strong to enter High Mountain. Every few stages there will be a boss stage as well. Just burst the boss down and move on to the next stage. And after you get to the final stage, there will be a big boss at the end. Just burst it down and kill it, and boom, done with High Mountain. Now High Mountain gives a lot of EXP as well as frags and Soul Urda. And speaking of frags and Soul Urda, that's the next thing I want to talk about, which is your 6th job. Now after you hit 260, you'll be able to unlock your 6th job advancement, which is what those frags and Soul Urda is good for. You can upgrade your 6 job skills with Soul Urda fragments and Soul Urda, which is why High Mountain is so important, because it's one of the only sources of fragments and Soul Urda in the game without having to farm. Now it's still important to farm after level 260 to farm up these Soul Urda fragments and Soul Urda to get stronger. And also you'll occasionally get sacred symbols to drop from mobs as well as the Soul Urda fragments and Soul Urda energy. And the sacred symbols are good in addition to the dailies that you also unlock at level 260. So you should be doing the sacred symbol daily from Cernium, and make sure you accept the prequest for Cernium and Burning Cernium, as you get 20 symbols a day instead of just 10. Another way to get frags and soul Urda energy without having to farm is by doing the daily quest. Now the daily quest is in your planner and it's called Urda's Request. So make sure you add that to your Maple planner as well. For Urda's Request, you have to kill 3,000 mobs in any of the grandest areas every single day. And it'll award you with 12 soul Urda fragments and 600 soul Urda energy. So yeah, just to list all the content after level 260 that gets unlocked that you should be doing is in the daily content section. You're going to want to add the Cernium daily for these sacred symbols. And then also under the daily content section, you're going to want to add Urda's Request. And then under weekly content, you're going to want to add Monster Park Extreme, as well as the Epic Dungeon, High Mountain. And yeah, doing those 4 things on your main character at level 260, in combination with farming every now and then, you will progress to 270 and upwards just by doing this daily and weekly content every week and day. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to summarize all of the content that gets unlocked after 260 because it does get a little bit confusing for some players. But yeah guys, let me know if you want to see more videos similar to this. Maybe like what you should be doing at level 270 or 280 or even 290. But yeah guys, subscribe for more MapleStory videos and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.